Gentlemen, welcome back for tonight's biggest game of the night. This is my first ever League One match that I'll be casting, and I'm very, very hopeful for this match. It's going to be between beGenius and ZeyRo White. Now, we start off, of course, with the 1v1, and then we'll have the 3v3, and then the 4v4. Now, for beGenius, you can already see that there's plenty of players on both sides. They haven't exactly gone onto the right teams correctly yet. We will wait for that to start here. They're still warming up. You can see some very good players on both sides of the field, especially for beGenius's part, right? You got Carl, you got yourself Clem, you've got yourself plenty of other players. I don't know if Clem is playing. Energize is there. You got Jerry, you got Shy, you got Enner, you got Shakar. I don't know what side Mephisto will be playing on. And on the other side, you have Otak. Otak? I don't know if it's Otaku. I've always called him Otaku, funny enough. But is he really an Otaku? I guess we'll never know. Thank you, Smooth, for the follow. Oh, that was a really long time ago. I just did not see that. I'm sorry, Smooth, for not noticing you following. I know you're probably not here anymore, but, oh, wait, you are here. That's actually really cool. It said you followed 50 minutes ago, so... You know what? The fact that you're actually here when I just start up the stream, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Anyway, you're voting for ZeyRo to win? I'm sure there's going to be beGenius fans in here as well. Still warming up. Is Clem maybe on another beGenius team? Could be possible. Welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you are doing very well, ladies and gentlemen. League One action will befall upon us very, very soon. These warm-ups are going to take just a few short more minutes, and then we are going to go into our match here. And we're going to start off with the 1v1. I'm not sure who's going to be playing in these 1v1 games. I'm sure, no, the players still aren't exactly on the correct teams yet. Some beGenius players are on the wrong team. I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell them where to go. They are going to go wherever they want to go. My job is not to tell them where to go. My job is to cast some amazing Trackmania. And that's exactly what we're going to get. Look at this absolute balls to the wall style of Trackmania. This is what we're going to get in the 1v1 and then the 3v3 afterwards. If you've never watched TCS before, there are 3 different games that will take place. There is the 1v1, which is what's about to happen in a few short moments. There is the 3v3, which will take place after a best of 7 in the 1v1 takes place. That is also best of 7. And then we will change maps and go into the 4v4. This is just warm-up right now. And as you can see, beGenius's Enner has won that one. Otaku right behind him. And doing his best to win that one. But is it Otaku or is it Otak? I never actually knew. In my mind, I always called him Otaku because that's how you say it in French, right? But anyway, we are off to the 1v1, ladies and gentlemen. It's Enner versus Otaku. And who do you think is going to win this one between beGenius and ZeyRo? ZeyRo going with Otaku and beGenius going with Enner on this map. Both of them seem pretty good on it. Otaku with a 54-7 on this server. Enner with a 54-9, but I'm sure their PBs are actually slightly higher than that. Let's go on with Otaku, who is behind right now. But he's got a better line. He's got more speed. He's actually gotten past Enner. And Enner, he needs a much better line here. He needs to risk a bit more to be able to come back ahead of Otaku here. He is 1/10 behind, 1/10 and a half He needs a nice, good last corner here, but he won't get it. And Otaku will win the first round there. And Enter comes in second. Some great driving from both of them. But the first round goes to ZeyRo White. Smooth must be very happy. Thank you, Shive, for the follow. Very nice of you to do so. Otaku and Enter once again going head-to-head here. Again, if you guys don't watch TCS, this 1v1 is best of 7, and there's not going to be any switches. It's going to be Otaku versus Enter for all 7, well, not all 7, but all maximum 13 rounds, minimum 7. But that would need Otaku needs to win all 7 of them in a row. And that will be easy if Enter keeps making mistakes like that. Shive seems to be happy that Enter is playing, and he seems to want Enter to win. But sadly, he will not win this second round here. He is way behind. He, in fact, is so behind, I think, that he DNF'd. No, he didn't. He's way behind, though. He is way behind. That's some BM from Otaku there. Absolutely just finishing there with the very slow finish. Still doing it anyway. Doesn't need anything else, really. Third round we go. 2-0 for Otaku over Enter. Who do you think is going to win this one? Smooth thinks that's going to be Otaku, but ZeyRo, ZeyRo's hopes are on Otaku, right? But, I mean, beGenius have their faith on Enter. And Enter, I mean, made 2 mistakes. I mean, he made 1 mistake. And the first round was very close. But this one, this is a mistake by Otaku. Pushed a little bit too much. Enter, all he needs to do is Marius his way all the way to the end. Major save, major save. Doesn't even need to push. We might see a push round out of him, though. Yeah, no. It's not really a push round when you do a 55-3. That's a respectable time, but it's not exactly a time that you'd normally see for the winner here. So, obviously, some saves were made. Otaku, after hitting the wall, will fall, and he will lose his first round here. And it's 2-1 now for Otaku. I still don't know if it's Otak or if it's Otaku. Like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, it's Otaku. Because I'm Quebecer, right? Q in French is Q, and, well, it just makes sense to say Otaku. But I don't know if that's his actual name. I'm going to say it that way until someone corrects me. And if Otaku ever watches this and it's spelled, and it's said Otak, then he will laugh his ass off for the rest of his life. Enter is in first place. Still holding on Otaku behind him, trying to gain some speed. Enter, though, having some good lines, holding Otaku back, and no one with a speed advantage up until this last quarter. Who's got it? It's gonna be Enter! Enter by only a few hundredths of a second, 4 of them to be exact. That's a great round, 55 zeros for both of them. It is Otak. All right, I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. So he's gonna laugh when he watches the VOD, if he ever watches the VOD. I really wasn't sure. In my head, I like I said, I'm from Quebec, right? So Otaku in my head makes sense, right? A mix of English in there, right? Otaku, but yeah, it's Otak. Otak makes sense. So I'm gonna stop calling him by the wrong name. Otak is now in first place by only 1/3 of a tenth, and now only 1/5 of a tenth, as Enter is right on his behind. He's got more speed as well. Slowly catching up is Enter, but Otak taking some very, very nice lines, going a little bit sideways. Enter taking a more inside line. He's got more speed, going outside, taking the inside. No, he's got no speed. And Otak will win another round once again. Another great round, but this time Enter just not fast enough. Himself with that Alpine car, looking very, very fly indeed. That is a beautiful Alpine car. It's a great recreation from the Formula 1 2021 car. Yeah. Meanwhile, for Otak, right? He's got the, is that the Bahrain? That is the Bahrain flag decal. So, both of them with interesting decals. It's no secret who Enner likes, right? But Otak with the Bahrain decal. Interesting. Well, I'm talking about interesting stuff. Well, these guys are fighting neck and neck. Both of them going into one of the last checkpoints here. How many checkpoints left? I actually can't see. There's way too much going on up there. Well, look at this. Otak actually needs to let go just a little bit. He's got more speed. Enner taking a better line. Overtakes the lead. It's all about the last corner. They're neck and neck into the jump. Otak has the lead and will win the round. Another one that's separated by 4/100ths of a second. Another 55-0 for both of them. And it's 4-2 for Otak. Thank you, Bep, for the follow. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so many follows from everyone today. It's awesome. It's legitimately awesome. You guys are great. Enner has a large lead right now on Otak, but Otak has more speed and is able to catch up. He went down from 2/10 all the way back up to 0.36, but he's back down to 1.5 behind. Catching up a bit, having a little bit more speed, taking a more wide approach though, but getting a nice speed boost from his acceleration and brake tactic there. That absolutely allowed him to close up the gap. Enner still having that lead, but he's gonna go way too wide there. Otak takes the lead. It's all about the last corner. Enner retakes the lead. It's all about the last jump. They're neck and neck. Otak wins by 1/100th of a second. That is a round that Enner needs to win 9 times out of 10, and this is one of the times where he loses them. Oh no. And it's 5-2 for Otak. ZeyRo White are taking a 5-2 lead on beGenius. And we move on. Otak getting more and more momentum, and as I say that, he clips the wall. But he's still in this race. If Enner makes a single mistake, if he even just ends up saving just a little too much out of a corner, he will be out here. Otak is actually only half a second behind. Catching up actually as well. Enner has a 40.4 out of that one, and he's 4/10 ahead of his compatriot in the Bahrain decal. 4/10 still, and they'd be fighting neck and neck if those 4/10 were mitigated to nothing. But those 4/10 do mean something. It's a 55-2 win for Enner, and beGenius are still down, but it's only 5-3 now. On to the next round. All Otak needs is 2 more rounds. And if you're Enner, you need to win 4 out of the next 5 rounds to be able to take the victory here. Let's go on Enner, who is currently behind Otak. Normally, it's Enner who gets the great start, but Otak right now really mad about that last round. I feel like he really pushed himself more there. Yeah, Enner seems to be the faster one out of the early checkpoints, but it's all about the late checkpoints for Otak as Enner hits the wall there. And let's watch Otak just attack these corners, go into them with a beautiful amount of speed. His opponent is behind, I think, 3 whole seconds, and it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Otak has not hit the wall, and it's a differential of 3 whole seconds that separates them. Otak didn't even slow down to save. He just went all in for that, even though he knew that his opponent was completely out. It's a great time. Come back for beGenius here is necessary. They need to win 4 rounds in a row. They need Enner here to really give them some energy They need him to win it over Otak here. But Otak is a stranglehold right now ahead in the lead. He needs to keep on to this if he wants to win this series. He's gone wider than Enner every single time in this corner, but Enner always seems to be slower out of it because of Otak's strategy. Enner having more speed, catching up slightly out of this corner here. He's gonna catch up. They are neck and neck, but he goes wider. He's more in the inside. No, Otak's gonna have more speed. And even though Enner lands earlier, Otak with a 54-9. That's the first 54 we had. And that's GG's for the 1v1. Off to the 3v3 we go, and Otak shows Enner who's boss. 7-3 the final score. Very, very close indeed. Many good rounds that went with between 55 ones and 55 zeros, right? They were very consistent at those times, especially Otak, and he only hit the wall twice, I do believe, in that entire time. So the fact that he was very, very confident, he was very consistent, allowed him to win that one. Meanwhile, Enner just made more mistakes. And even though those mistakes, in the end, weren't massive crashes, right? If you finish with a 55-2, it's not going to be fast enough to beat Otak. And Otak just showed you why. All right, now for these teams, it is time now for the 3v3. They are warming up. Oh, Clem is here. He joined a little bit later than I expected. I was looking at him during the 1v1. Is he here? Is he here? No, he's not here. But no, he is here, and he's on the wrong team. Obviously, he's on the ZeyRo side of the team. So is Shy. Actually, I don't know if Shy is going to be playing, but maybe there's just too many on one side. I might have to move to the other side. Let me do that, actually, just in case that's the reason why he can't join his team. And look at that. The second I do it, he joins his proper side. I don't know if Shy is going to be playing, but I don't think he is because he is still on the side of ZeyRo. beGenius have a lot of players to go to when it comes to this 3v3. In fact, they might have too many. Depends how you look at it. If ZeyRo don't bring in someone new... Oh, there he is. ABBTM comes in, and I think he might be for ZeyRo. A player for ZeyRo, I should say. Also, Silver. Can I see that car? What is that car? What's happened to his car? There's no way that that's his actual legit car. That's bugged, right? That has to be bugged. Or is that Silver's actual car? If that's Silver's actual car, that is sick. Oh, I can't see. That's Silver's actual car. What? Oh, it's the stadium car. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, look at that. I wish that was an actual thing, right? I wish that you could actually race with that. That is a sick color. Everyone would rock that, though, if that was an actual car that you could do, because you can't see the numbers on the back. But no, alas, it's a bugged decal. Oof. Angelo! How did Angelo do that? That's funny. Oh, man. Look at that car. It's beautiful. I wish that was a thing that could actually happen, but no. It's the stadium, it's the Trackmania squared car. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys don't call it Trackmania squared. You call it Trackmania 2. Two more warm-ups before we start off here. I wonder who's going to play for what team in this 3v3. Let's watch someone that's not going to crash, please. There you go. Let's watch Silver. Silver hasn't crashed yet. He has a cool car to look at. I love this bug car. I don't know why bug cars are always so cool to look at. It's really cool. You get to see a lot more intricacies with the car because of this. Anyway. So, judging by who is warming up right now, it seems like it's going to be Silver, Carl, and Clem for the 3v3. Angelo, Accept, and Neodime. For ZeyRo. Alright, I know you guys are actually French, right? So you guys obviously write it and say it that way. But, oh my goodness. That's some of the biggest differences between Canadian French, right? Quebec French and real French, you know? Like, you guys have so many different words that we don't use here, right? So, like, in the chat, Angelo just said, you're a turd, pretty much, right? T'es une merde. But in French, right, you say it in a more aggressive way, right? You say, t'es une marde. T'es une marde. And you don't say tu es, you say t'es. I don't know why, but the Quebecers say it that way, and it's funny. And it sounds super, super stressed out and really, really aggressive. That's just one of the things I've noticed, right? That's just one of the many things that I noticed. And Clem, he's going to try to finish that, but he won't be able to. Silver, will he be able to? Yes. And Clem, he has the time. He obviously has the time. There you go. We are going off for our 3v3 now. Let's see if we only saw the tip of the iceberg here for ZeyRo. Can they show us more? Let's go on to the 3v3. It's going to be Clem, Silver, and Carl for beGenius. It's going to be Angelo, Neodime, and who died? Someone's already dead first quarter. Who is that? That's Accept. Well, it seems like he's accepted his fate. Oh my goodness. He falls down to last place due to a bonk off of the early hit. And that's Angelo also with the hit there. And beGenius, 1, 2, 3. Let's look at this from Angelo's point of view here. You can see all 3 beGenius cars fighting it out for the lead. But it doesn't matter who comes in first, second, or third. I mean, it does matter for them. But it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. All they need to do is finish 1, 2, and 3, and it will be an instant win. Actually, a first and second place is an instant win. But 1, 2, and 3, that is some awesome times out of all of them. A great round. In fact, they actually saved a bit. 2 tenths behind what we saw in the 1v1. Meanwhile, ZeyRo, all 3 players having 1 mistake or more. And it really, really sets them back. And that's a very dominant first round here for beGenius. ZeyRo need to get all of their little jitters out of the way right now before anything else. Because if they keep losing like this, it's not going to be pretty. Carl is in the lead. Silver, he hits the corner, allows Angelo second place. Accept is in third with Carl in fourth. Neodime in fifth, and Silver, well, he's completely dead. Carl will get overtaken by Angelo. Angelo's got more speed. Carl going in, trying to overtake. He doesn't have the speed. Clem tries to overtake Accept, though, but Accept, instead, he's gonna need to go wide. And Carl now, he's going to try and beat Angelo, but he won't be able to. Second and third for beGenius, and it's all about fifth place. Who comes in fifth? Silver, where are you? No, he's in sixth. And Accept comes in fifth. Accept wins it for his team. Silver, if he was fifth, would have won that for his own team. But instead, he falls down. He was way too far back there. And it's tied at 1, ladies and gentlemen. You're tied at 1. Silver up in the lead. Let's go on with Angelo here, who is in 3rd place. Overtakes Neodive and Silver. But Carl coming in with a very nice line, but he was only in that lead for a short amount of time. Except Angelo and Neodive are in this lead here. All 3 of them together. Well, they were for a short amount of time, because guess who's in last place now? That's right, it's Neodive. Silver up into 2nd place. Carl up into 3rd. Except he falls back to 4th. Clem right behind with more speed moves up to 4th. Except has to accept going back to 5th place. And Angelo now, he absolutely needs to win this. Oh, wow, Carl, he hits the corner there. And except if he can finish in 3rd, will be very crucial. He does! Because Silver crashes in the end. Who wins this round? Well, it's over because Neodime finishes. If Neodime did not finish there, it was going to be a draw. But because Neodime finishes, it is a 2-1 lead for ZeyRo White. Whew. Nokarai, thank you for the follow. Mephisto, thank you for the follow. Apo, thank you for the follow. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for the follow. I hope you guys are enjoying. Accept is in the lead. I think that was Angelo who hit the wall there. And that's another player who hit the wall. That was Silver. And so there's only 3 players left here who are fighting for the lead. Accept and Carl here. Neodime is behind by 2/10. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up to them. Carl with an amazing line overtakes Accept. And Accept, can he do anything to fight back here? Let's go on to Accept's cab. Can he make it back here? No, Carl is going to win it unless he pulls a Silver. But no, he won't. He is not a Silver at this game. Neodime comes in 3rd. Clem comes in 4th. And it's all about 5th place. And it's Angelo who wins it for his team. And once again, ZeyRo will win another round. Neodime's name is Yoman. You sure it's not? Oh, Yuan. Oh my god. I saw the 2 N's as an M. My bad. I'm dyslexic. Don't mind me. But yes, I saw that. I saw that in the chat. Someone said, "Hey, Yuan, what's bien?" I saw that and I'm like, who is he calling? Because like, there's no one called Yuan in the game, right? I did not know that it was Neodime. So that's cool to know that Neodime's real name is Yuan. As we continue on here for our next round. And guess who's in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd? You guessed it. It's completely beGenius. Neodime and Accept are in behind, trying to get a grapple past Clem, who is in 3rd place. Silver and Carl are driving for their lives. Silver, he falls back. He goes from 2nd to 5th. And oh no, Clem hits the wall. And that's not what you want. Angelo is back in this now. Silver, he can't finish in 4th here. But it's too late because Neodime actually won the round. Carl comes in 3rd, accepted 4th. And that will win them the round. Insane stuff. What a comeback there by ZeyRo. And they go up 4-1. Do you believe in comebacks? I did not believe in that comeback. And ZeyRo, they proved me wrong. 1, 2, and 3 for beGenius. ZeyRo say, not a problem. And they go out and win not only 1st place, but they also win the round. Amazing. Clem hits the wall there. Let us switch to Yuan, who is currently in 3rd. Gets overtaken by Silver. Carl is in 1st place right now. Silver with a slightly slower line, but both Carl and Silver go for a more inside line, and because of that, Neodime, oh, he falls down to 3rd, but he's back up to 2nd because Carl had to slow down for his line to work. Angelo, all the way back in 4th, is a 2nd behind, but he's fighting with Clem, and Neodime dies out. Look at that, that's a 1-2. Let's go back here with Angelo, who's fighting with Clem. It's an important fight. Clem comes in 5th, and Angelo in 4th. But because of the 1-2 of beGenius, they will automatically win the round. Sky Tristan, thank you so much for the follow. Very much so appreciated. And we continue on here with our match. It is now 4-2. beGenius need to absolutely show up here. They have seemed like the most like the better team so far, but they are less consistent so far. Angelo and Accept in first and fourth. Second and fourth now, as Angelo really falls back. Accept goes into second place. Silver has a large lead. Accept messes up the quarter, and Angelo does as well. And this should be an easy win for Carl and Silver. And Clem is gonna round up the podium position in third place. Easy sweep of the first three position there for beGenius. And it's 4-3. A maximum 15 points allocated to the beGenius team there. There's only a maximum of 15 you can get. 21 total points are given out, and that means that in that round, ZeyRo had the minimum of 6. Clem out into the lead with Silver and Accept right next to him. Accept overtakes for the lead. Everyone else behind, including Silver and Clem. Silver and Carl doing their best to re-overtake Clem. He makes a mistake. They don't need to overtake him because he allows them to do it for himself. Carl and Silver in first and second. Angelo in second overtakes, and he's up to first now. They are neck and neck. 100 separating them. Accept is in fourth right now, only behind by 2/10. In fact, he's caught up to Angelo, but that's only because Angelo's lost touch to both Silver and Carl. But Silver, he loses his speed. He loses second place. He falls down to fourth, but thankfully Clem is right there to save his bacon. And beGenius win the round. It's tied at 4. And Silver says it best. It was hot. Yeah, that was a hot round. 100%. That was a close one. And yes, before you ask, yes, I am an A, obviously, because it is 15:32 where I am. And for most of you, it is 21:32 right now. And I know this for a fact because 90%, actually, I think a little bit more are European, which is a funny stat. Anyway, back over here, beGenius 2, 3, and 4. The only person separating them from a 1, 2, and 3 once again is Angelo, who's got a massive lead. He's a 10th ahead of the second place player, and he's made a massive mistake. And beGenius, no need to be geniuses to know what comes next. Instant victory with the complete sweep there. 1, 2, 3 for them. Hey man, yo man. Your friends are calling out for you. Pull out something amazing here. Maybe a 51-0. Can we see a 51-0 here from Mr. Yoman Neodime? He is currently in the lead. Gets overtaken by his own teammate, though. Let's look at... Where is he? There we go. Neodime. He falls all the way back to 4th place. Now down to 5th, though. But his teammates are ahead of him. Silver and Carl, the only two for beGenius that can realistically do anything. And that's a mistake by Angelo. Angelo falls from the lead down to last place. Carl and Silver first and second. Can you man do anything? No! The quarter said, hey man, took his attention and ruined that one for him. And that is a win for beGenius. They were down 4-1. They've won 6 in a row. Not 6 in a row, 5 in a row, and it's 6-4. What a turn of events there for beGenius. Yes, the 1v1 was 7-3. Otak beat out. I forget who he beat out. Let me think. Otak beat... I'm actually going to need to look. He beat out Enner in that 1v1. Yeah, Enner had a lot of sick times, but he was doing 55 ones and 55 twos, and Otak was just doing 55 O's. And that was the difference. That made the entirety of the difference there. These guys are doing 55 ones and 55 twos, so yeah, pretty decent in themselves. I mean, Otak was pretty damn good in his own right, though. Angelo doing all right as well with silver on his tail. That's the biggest problem so far that has plagued this ZeyRo team. Can Accept come in second? No, he can't. And the win goes to beGenius. GG's all around. Down 4-1. They win 7-4. What a turn of events there. And with that victory over ZeyRo, it is now tied 1-1. I was about to say, I actually thought that the best player wasn't someone on beGenius. I am going to say it outright. Angelo was the fastest player, but he risked it. That's because he risked too much. And almost every round, Angelo hit the wall. And that's because, and that's the reason why his team lost, I think, in the end. He risked too much and gained too little. Shakar and Enner, thank you so much for the follows. You guys helped me reach 100 followers and 1,000 Twitch views. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to the 22 wonderful ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you enjoy our last little matchup here for tonight. Tomorrow, I come back with 3 more matches. One at 18 o'clock Eastern European time. And then afterwards, I will be playing Cup of the Day. Afterwards, we're going to have 2 matches, one at 20 and one at 21 o'clock. And those will be sick. If you want to come around and watch, you have my full consent to do so. But right now, we have one last little 4v4 here. And this 4v4 definitely isn't little. I say little, but really what I mean is for all the marbles. It's tied at 1. The 1v1 went the way of ZeyRo White. And now the 3v3 went the way of beGenius. Actually, it looked like ZeyRo were about to win the 3v3. And then beGenius came to life. And it seemed like ZeyRo lost theirs. And so now, with the game, with the series on the line, these warm-ups mean a lot. ABB is telling Shakar to come play. Shakar, you just followed me, which means you're probably listening. Shakar, go play with your team. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, but I mean, I don't want to sound rude. I'm not your parent after all, or your boss. I just have a very, very gruffy voice now because I don't have any more water. I actually ran out of water at the beginning of this match, and so my throat is going dry. But I can survive for another 20-ish minutes without water. So that is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm hoping right now. There are so many little mods that I actually don't know where to keep my eyes during these games. Like, you got the local records, you got the map that's currently being played, who's got the world record, what the time is, do people like the map, right? Each checkpoint's fastest, each person's, not each person's, but the person who reached each checkpoint the fastest, how many people are watching, how many people are playing, right? What server this is on, the live rankings. Oh my god, there is so much to look at. If you're just as confused as I am, don't worry. I feel you. But most people here are actually the League One players, hoping that their teammates win these rounds. Will ZeyRo go back on the winning streak? Because ZeyRo seemed like the better team overall, but they crashed. They really did. It was their map to lose. That 3v3 was definitely their match to lose, and they lost it. They were the faster team, and they just kept bonking on the wall. They risked way too much. And instead of finishing in second or third place, accepting second or third place, they finished in fourth and fifth because of the bonks on the wall, sometimes even sixth. The sad reality of the events that took place here during the 3v3 that allowed beGenius to win that one, winning 6 rounds in a row. These guys are still warming up here. We will see who comes out and plays, because there's still 9 players playing right now. We're not sure who that last player who is going to go into the whatchamacallit, the spectator mode will be, because right now they're playing. So I don't know who it is yet. We will see shortly. While we wait, let's look at people's decals. I mean, Carl's decal, very nice. Very big brain, I would say, right? That's mega expansion, big bang brain, right? That's his decal. That's what it looks like. It looks like ZeyRo has the, ZeyRo. Looks like Salison has the ZeyRo decal. beGenius is, Energize is running with the TMGL decal. Carl, obviously, we already saw with the big brain decal. I can't see what Busy's decal is. And I can't see anyone else's. All right, we're in for the 4v4. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is going to win this one? Cast your votes in the chat. Am I able to do... Am I able to do things? No, I'm not able to. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I'm not able to do the thing where you do I don't know what it's called, but like you choose, the Twitch chat chooses who wants to win. Poll. I don't know how to make a poll. Anyway, you know what else? Who else doesn't know how to poll? It's Otak, Angelo, and Salo, because neither of them have hit a pole yet, or a wall for that matter. Carl intervenes. He goes up into third place. And Toto gets himself up into fourth, falls back into fifth. Salusin trying to get himself back up. Carl is too slow. He's gonna lose 3 positions. No, he's not. He absolutely edges out Angelo there, but Otak with Salo and Angelo win the round hands down easily. Who else is playing? It's Busy. It's Energize for beGenius there. Busy, Energize, Toto, and Carl for beGenius. It's Salison, Otak, Angelo, and whoever's in last place right now. Who is in last place? ABB. ABB is currently in last place. Yes, a prediction. That's like those prediction polls. I don't know how to do them. And again, maybe you can't create them from mobile, because right now I'm controlling the Twitch chat from my mobile phone. Anyway, too bad, too late. I might start doing that next week, though. Who wins the 1v1, who wins the 3v3, who wins the 4v4. That might be some nice Twitch chat interaction. Salison is in first place with Angelo in second. Carl, he'll try to overtake for third, but no one messes up the ending. And once again, that's a very easy victory for the team in blue. Because a first and second place, all you need is for one of your teammates to finish in 6th. And you've already drawn the match. So 7th and 8th, 1st and 2nd, right? You have all 4 of your players finish in 1st, 2nd, 7th, and 8th, and you have a draw. So if anyone finishes higher than 7th and 8th, along with your 1 and 2, it's an automatic victory. I'll try and figure out how to do it from my mobile. Maybe it's something to do with affiliate. I'm not affiliate yet, but maybe this stream will allow me to. With the 20 views, with the 100 followers. Yeah, I think I will be able to get affiliate after this stream, so which would be amazing. I really hope that I get affiliate after this stream. I could start being affiliate starting tomorrow and maybe do some predictions there if you do need that for predictions. Otak went from 3rd place and he's now in 2nd place. Carl comes into 1st. ABB though helping out his team, and ZeyRo White coming in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to win it once again. beGenius just too slow. And look at these rounds. Right? 1st to 6th separated by 4/10, and 1st to 5th separated by 1.2 tenths. 0.12 of a second. That was 1st and 5th. That's how far they were separated by. But beGenius need to be slightly faster. They cannot allow this ZeyRo team to just absolutely dominate them like this, because ZeyRo do seem slightly faster, but it's probably because they are taking more risky lines, and they can't exactly accept the fact that, well, if they're taking more risky lines, then they might hit the wall more often. Like, Salo is out. No, it's not Salo, sorry. Salosin is not out. I wonder who that was, though. That was definitely a blue player. And no matter who it was, well, it's a 1-2-3 right now. Salosin will not be able to stop the 1-2-3. Instant victory for beGenius there. They needed that one. It was a very nice time indeed. And who was it? Was it ABB or was it Angelo? I think it was Angelo. No, because Angelo finished quite close. I would say that was ABB. And so now it is 3-1. 3 straight wins for ZeyRo there. And finally broken by beGenius. And it's all come down to the mistakes made by ZeyRo. So, the biggest thing for beGenius here is their speed. They are the slower of the two teams. Right now, 100%, they are the slower of the two teams. But ZeyRo is the least consistent of the two teams. beGenius is slower because they risk less. ZeyRo are faster because they risk more, and because of that, they hit the wall more often. Will that allow beGenius to win another round here? Carl and Toto are in 1st and 2nd. Angelo needs to do everything he can to win this round at least, or at least get in 2nd place, but he's not able to do so, and with Busy up in 4th place, that is an instant win once again, and it's 3-2. Carl, after 5 rounds, has 36 out of the possible 40 points. He's absolutely dominating so far, and I think he's been absolutely carrying his team. And he needs to continue to do so, but he's all the way out back right now. He's got a slower line, so because of that, they haven't really made it to that point yet. ABB is in 3rd place, with Otak right in front of him. Well, Energize and Carl will now overtake for 3rd and 4th place. They need to at least get 2nd place here, and as well as 3rd, because if you can get 2nd and 3rd and your opponents get 1st and 4th, then it all comes down to 5th, 6th place, right? And right now, they got 6th place and 7th place on lockdown. Who's won that? That's Salo, who's won it over Carl, over Otak, over Energize. I think this... No, it's not tie. No, it's not a tie. If Otak came in 4th, this would have been a tie. But instead, it's 19-17 in favor of the blue team, ZeyRo White. And it's 4-2. If Otak gets past there and goes from 3rd to 4th, that is a tie. That is a draw 100% of the time. In the lead is Carl as Angelo hits the wall there. Salasin is the only one able to beat Carl and Energize right now. Oh no, and he's not able to do it. Salasin hitting the wall. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 for beGenius. Otak doing everything he can to ruin it. Can I get onto Otak? No, I'm unable to. So let's go on Toto here. Watch as Carl finishes in. And so does everyone else. Otak actually ruins it because look at that. Him and Energize tie with a 52-951. How could you do such a thing, Otak? Clem, that's hilarious. And every French person in the stream understood exactly what Clem just said. Oh my god. And it's 4-3 as Salasin once again making a massive mistake. And you know what? He's not the only one who's made a mistake. I've made a mistake because I called him Salo so many times so far. And I forget what that means because not many people here say it. But I'll try and stop saying it. I'll try to remember saying the sin at the end of his name. Carl makes a massive mistake there. Salasin is all the way back there. Angelo made a mistake. So does Otak. And now it's all about ABB. ABB, the least consistent of these ZeyRo guys. He needs to beat out all of them. No, he's unable to. He's able to get third place and ruin once again the 1, 2, 3, 4. But beGenius, Carl, and Busy coming in 4th and 6th will certify that the game is now tied. We are tied at 4, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 9th round. Under the knife. We watch as Angelo in the lead here. Gets overtaken by Otak and Toto. Toto now with a big lead is too slow. But Angelo, taking a weird line, loses all that speed. Carl was slightly in that 3rd place position for a bit, but then loses all of that speed. Salasin is in 4th with ABB in 5th. Toto is the only one that can help beGenius right now. Toto needs to keep that 1st place. He cannot let Angelo overtake him here. He needs to exactly do what ZeyRo do the best, and that is risk. Angelo will come in 1st place. Will anyone behind crash? No, they won't. And it's a 2, 3, 4, 5 for the team in blue. And once again, they take a lead. It's 5-4 for ZeyRo White. Carl once again hitting the wall. And so now, out of a maximum of 72 points, Carl only has 57 now. He's lost a lot of points in these last few rounds. Let's see if he's able to catch back some back up here. Some other notable players. Toto, Salasin, Otak, and Angela being the best players so far in the top 5 players so far in this 4v4. Angelo in the lead. Behind him is Salasin. In 3rd is Carl. Energize in 4th. Gets overtaken by ABB. Carl and Angelo will fight for the lead here. Here's Angelo hitting the wall. Leaving the lead for Salasin. He says, Salasin, you gotta win this for me, bud. But Carl will win it out. And Energize behind will get 4th place. Toto in 7th will mean that the winner is once again ZeyRo White. It's 6-4 because of the 5th and 6th place. It's not a draw, and now their backs against the wall. What will beGenius do? Oh, ZeyRo White only need 1 more win. That's all. Just 1 more out of the next 3 games. And beGenius need to do it with 3 players. But so do ZeyRo. That being said, it's now 2. 3 beGenius players and 2 ZeyRo players remain in this top 5 fight. They're all separated by less than 2/10 here. Busy rounds out in 5th place. Otak in 4th. Carl in 3rd. Energize in 1st as Angelo gets overtaken by Carl there. Carl is now in the lead. Energize hits the wall! And that's exactly what they didn't need. Will he still finish ahead of Salison? No, he won't. And with ABB coming in 7th, that is the victory. GG all around. Ladies and gentlemen, ZeyRo beat out beGenius. A tight fight all the way to the end in the 1v1, in the 3v3, and in the 4v4. But in the end, it's going to be ZeyRo White beating out beGenius, just edging them out with some stronger play and more consistency. I said it. Consistency was their biggest issue. Guess what happens in the end? They made 2 massive mistakes. Only 2 players were left, and they did the most they could do. And then it was beGenius' turn. All they had to do was save. All Energize had to do was finish in 5th place. It didn't matter if the other ZeyRo players came in 2nd and 3rd, as long as his other teammate came in 4th and he came in 5th. Instead, he hits the wall. And they lose the game because of that. Ladies and gentlemen, my voice is dead. I think you can tell I don't have any more water, and it's been about 50 minutes. But I want to thank every one of you for coming here and coming to watch every single game so far today. There have been 4 amazing games, starting with some League 4, went to League 3, then went to League 6, and we finished off with some League 1 action. Tomorrow, we have a League 2 game, a League 3 game, and a League 4 game, as well as some Cup of the Day. So if you want to come around tomorrow, please do so. Please hit that follow button if you liked what you heard here today. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along. Thank you to beGenius and to the guys over at ZeyRo. You guys played amazing. That was an amazing match to look at. Thank you so much for all the support from everyone here. And I wish you all a wonderful evening, and I'll have myself a good rest of my day. See you all next time.